2.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the ATL. Once the terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Atlanta Falcons. On the visitor's sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, weren't as fortunate in the opener, so they'll look for their first win here at home in week 2. Summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
13 yards on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
Oh, my God.
Juke into space. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's a gain of 30.
All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
A gain of 30. And
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Simmons. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Straight ahead, Walker.
Thank you.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Now Prescott. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Hey, you're such a tackler, man.
Get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading the charge, their lefty QB.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
The big man, Nnamdi Madubuike, there on the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw, Penix. Got his man, it's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A give left.
Oh, that is.
And he went up.
What was that?
Where he'll lose yardage back.
Whoa.
To the 29. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And they're way past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
That's another Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to Robinson now on first down. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Penix. He'll try and do this himself. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit.
I'm trying to get this game. You about to ride the bench for the rest of the season after this.
As a receiver, if you're not wide open.
Gotta know the drill, but otherwise, just
Like, what was that?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. A short throw to Musgrave.
Double.
The 35. He'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. A short throw to Musgrave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Prescott yet again.
Thank
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll try and do this himself. They'll cross over.
God, he don't know
The 25. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll throw with Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Oh my gosh, I thought I had him blocked.
Back near midfield at the 49. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
But I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. He'll try and do this himself. And he gets his down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Yes, Lord.
They'll run for it. Robinson.
Thank God.
Get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Okay,
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great...
I'm about
chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Robinson up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 20-yard line.
To the air, Penix. Over the middle, caught by London. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Penix. He'll try and do this himself.
That's what I'm talking about.
Falcon touchdown. Michael Penix, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Cyber now to kick it off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. 2 yards to loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense just not getting after it. They've not given much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's Williams on the catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Hand off now to Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the first. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. Now he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He'll try to do it himself. That went into the hands of Flowers. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They get 11 there on 4th and 10. Didn't get it by much, but it is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it up.
Oh, no.
Lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. And this is going to remain a 1-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far. And they come away with nothing.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3. In the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Smith and Jigba in motion right. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Prescott.
Says we fight that
They're going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Looking to put a drive together. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he's a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
2nd and 9 now. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it.
Oh, my God.
In front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think he might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard.
The first carry now. This is Williams.
Yes! Yes!
And they will eventually get him down.
Well, he's down. That's a touchdown.
All the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going. Or you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate.
Yeah.
Right now, the options are wide open.
They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Robinson again. And this time
Let's go.
in for a Falcon touchdown.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of...
Oh, my gosh. I thought we missed.
And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Prescott.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on to
Stop.
the contact.
One stop.
It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical.
Stop, y'all.
It's been
One
this
stop.
defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Right there in front of him.
He backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go now.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. They're going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Robinson.
Oh, no. Keep the flag on you.
Put the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 19-yard line.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Robinson with another carry. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So decision time now because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one to me. You take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he converted there.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. On the RPO.
Oh.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the first down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback
I gotta
hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call. Now Prescott. And that's complete to Brown.
Y'all gotta be kidding me, man.
Takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. James Pierce in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Dak.
Come on.
Throws there, incomplete.
Sack,
He was
man.
unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Prescott.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
He's taken down. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here's Dak. A desperation heat for the end zone.
Please. Yes! Yes! Yes!
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Atlanta, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.